So just landing on this page right away, what's your first impression, Quinn?
Yeah, so the first thing is I get like Girls Who Code is very clear. I'm like, why is the main CTA get updates when probably the main goal of this is to have people donate? So I kind of question that.
Or
And
support, right?
yeah, exactly. And kind of looking at this main header as a white woman, I see all minorities here and people of
Mm.
color. So I wonder if it's just for minorities or is it for all females, all women? So that's kind of a question that pops up just from the imagery.
That is interesting, actually. I didn't notice that at first, but you're right.
It's
Actually, no,
literally one of
right
the
here.
first things I noticed.
Now you have to kind of really look, but here is
But I'm
she,
curious.
she's right there kind of behind the word female. I mean, you don't really see it predominant, like a white
Mhm.
girl here, but I think
So I'm curious if they have more pictures on the page, if it follows along this or not.
are they just the Girls Who Code it? Is this just for engineers? I'm assuming it is because it says that. Because when I first heard the name Girls Who Code, I thought it was also like web development. I thought it meant for.
Well, they also call developers engineers.
Mhm. So
So
maybe if there's other things that it's another industry that's not like maybe it's like web development or technology, maybe you say helping fill in the pipeline of future female technologists or
hmm
people in the tech space,
yeah,
and
because
then
engineer can mean developer, coding, it could mean robotics, it could mean actual manufacturing engineer, robotic equipment and stuff. So I'm curious.
and if you're a young girl, you might not know, oh, actually, I wasn't thinking of being an engineer. I'm looking to get into robotics, but
hmm
robotics is engineering, right? So sometimes you have to take the jargon. I see this with our clients, like they bucket everything under a term, but
hmm
I always tell them just be literal, like list it because it would resonate with someone if they see the word, even though it falls under the category.
Yeah,
And
so one of the things that I've seen sites do, so future female engineers, and then it changes. So it's coders, robotics, like blah blah blah. So it like changes
like a
like
typewriter,
every
yep.
2 seconds. Like I've seen that on sites before. So that could be something they could implement
Yeah,
there.
right there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Or it just flips like different words come in and
hmm
out. That's a great way. But then they can also empower, like they can have something
hmm
say, we build women that are courageous, strong leaders. We do
hmm
that by making them the future of engineering. So sometimes telling the story of the outcome of what you want these women and girls to be, but then say, this is how we do it. We want them to be future leaders, future CMOs. We want them to be
And
changing the world.
I don't know that I resonate with the word pipeline. I guess that's their mission here to get more women into these, but world's largest pipeline, like when I come here, if I want to learn this stuff and build it, that's not what I really resonate with.
It starts to sound a little bit more,
Mission driven, which I get their mission, but
but this is,
um
I feel like an emotional play.
yeah.
I think all brands should always be emotional play, regardless of
hmm
how, even if you're a very technical business, we're a human reading content. We're still
hmm
humans at the end of the day, and we want it
hmm
simple. We tell people write it in fifth grade level.
I'm not a pipeline. Like
But we
anyway.
get the intent, right? So hopefully, someone can reword that. I guess what would you say a little bit different? What would be a different suggestion here, Quinn?
It's about empowering women because like when you look at technology it's all men for the most part and you want to see more women there, so it's about giving exposure, helping women be more seen, helping them kind of in that career path to build credibility. Like when I was getting some speaking coaching, doing a speech, one of the men told me, it's like, yeah, women just naturally don't have credibility. So you have to drop some value in the first 1 to 2 minutes of your speech to get that credibility as fast as possible. Otherwise, people aren't going to listen to the rest of your speech, you know? And it's like,
Wow.
wow. So it's about building up credibility for women, helping them being seen in the workplace, valued. And I think that's also just important as well. We're not a pipeline. Like, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts.
Suggestion again, we're off the cuff here. So, community, the world's
hmm
largest community of future female engineers, the world's
Yeah.
largest ecosystem, but I think the word,
Community. Yeah.
yeah, because that's really what it is. I really think at the end
hmm
of the day, because I'm sure they're getting tons of mentorships. All right, so now you go down, and there's no call to action here. I think could be, there's an
Yeah.
opportunity here to do a call to action,
hmm
like, be the next one.
Ooh, I like that.
or how to become the next one. So it's just something like action oriented called action be nice, because then it could go to here or whatever information you want to get that person to.